Now, I would like to officially welcome you to our Capacity for Dev webinar, which is called Onboarding. My name is Marie Zamecnikova, as I was mentioning at the beginning, but some of you didn't probably catch it, and I am the community manager of this platform. So what we will be actually covering today, I would like to tell you more about what is Capacity for Dev, who can use the platform, what features are available for you, and how you can benefit from it as being a user. Then also briefly, I will mention how to register if some of you are not registered yet, or how to log in and set up your profile. And last but not least, how to use the platform as such. And this will be made by virtual tour. So the first is what is Capacity for Dev? Capacity for Dev is the DG INPA online knowledge sharing platform. It was launched in 2009 and has a leading position on knowledge sharing in the field of external relations. It's also the largest European community with over 30,000 online users. And what we actually are doing is that we connect, collaborate, exchange, and we are doing it worldwide. This means that we connect development professionals, being you. We foster collaborations among you, including EU officials, experts on the field, users, but also even the students who are interested in development as such, and also private sector. We facilitate exchange of expertise, and we are doing it around the world. As we could also hear from our networking session, being someone from Bangladesh and other countries. So who can use the platform? As I said at the beginning, we have an average of 300 new users per month, which is also why we are having onboarding and these networking sessions, because we believe that it can foster the collaboration and deepen the relationships around you and around the sectors that you are working in. The community is comprising of the EU institutions and the RELX family, which is, for example, NEAR, FPI, ECHO, DG International Partnership, and European External Action Service. There are also governments and the delegations, international organizations, NGO or civil society, academia, and the private sector, which means consultants or experts. So actually, I think that during today's webinar, we covered all of these parts of our community here being represented in this webinar, which is making it even more exciting. What is the added value of Capacity for Dev? It's the only collaborative platform where all RELX family members and the other organizations interact with equal access in public, restricted, or private environments. It's hosted within the EU institutions in a secure IT environment. It's a community-created platform, which means that actually 80% of our content is created by you, by community, and other 20% is by the editorial team. We are also active on the social media such as Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. I will be sending the presentation afterwards to your email addresses, so you can just click on hyperlink on inside this presentation, or you can just simply write Capacity for Dev in all of the social media platform, and I think that you will really easily find it yourself. And as I also said during our networking part, that we are now in the migration period and we are awaiting a multilingual website, which is now in the process, and it will be in English, French, and Spanish. As you also may know, now it's only in English, but in 2023, we will be hosting the website in 3 languages. I would also like to mention something for the organization purposes of this webinar. As I am now having a presentation, I cannot really monitor the chat. However, feel free to ask any question inside the chat, because at the end of our presentation, we will have a 15 minutes of question and answers. And I will try to respond to all of your questions from the chat, but also if you will be unmuting yourself, And if there will not be enough time to answer all of your questions, then I will answer them in follow-up email. However, please wait. Maybe I will be covering the things that you are interested in a couple of minutes. So, and what features are available for you? As some of you were already asking, there are several features such as groups, projects or programs, resources, and articles. The main difference between groups and project is that inside a group you have a collaborative platform. You have the collaborative space and interactiveness on specific topics and geographic areas or projects. So this means that the members that you are having inside your group can collaborate with you, can give you the feedback, can write comments, and can easily interact with you. However, the project or program are kind of external websites. And I would say that this is a really added value of capacity for dev, because you may imagine that as development professional, you don't really have sometimes the knowledge of content management or of the website building. And capacity for dev is giving you the choice to establish project or program which is serving as external website. Therefore, you are sharing your knowledge inside your project or program with either public, so your project or program can be public, so anybody can see your website, and actually, sorry, the project and program are always public because it serves as a website. However, groups are either public, restricted, or private. And I will be showing you afterwards how you can recognize them. Therefore, projects or program are serving as a website for public where you can share and communicate experiences. And it's INTPA funded project substituting external websites, and it's free and lasting. Therefore, if you don't have any skills with website building, then project or program is just for you, because we will take care of any security or maintenance, and you can just share easily your lessons learned with the public. The third is resources. So this is, for example, joint programming tracker, results and indicators for development, and others. I will also show you where you can find them. And we also aim to be the place to gather all international partnership tools and methodologies in the future. The last but not least are articles. If you already visited Capacity for Dev, you could see that there are many articles that are sharing knowledge and best practices useful for your peers. These are, for example, voices and views, or articles within groups, or cooperation with units. Articles are usually published by our editorial team, and you can get in touch with them if you want to cooperate, or reach out to our support mailbox that I will also share the email to our chat lately. So I will now give you a virtual tour of our platform, and covering most of the things that I was just mentioning in theory, but I will also show it to you in practice. And let me just share my screen. So here we go. So you can easily go to the Capacity for Dev by actually typing europa.eu/capacity for dev, or go to Google and write Capacity for Dev, and you will be able to see our homepage. So here you can see the most recent news. So for example, now about the mobility, because we had the mobility week, and the featured content where you can also see our community webinar, and also OPSIS. When we are here, you can see also the different sections. However, the first of all, I will log in myself, so you can see how you see it when you are a member. You can also, if you are not registered yet, please do so by by clicking here on a join capacity for dev, or in the right top corner here join, because then when I will be sending to you an emails, I will search for you by names in the database, or if you have in Teams incorporated your email, I will also find you. But if you are not registered and there will be some technical error, I will not be able to find you and send you all appropriate documentation that we are covering here today. So if you're not registered, please do so. Otherwise, I guess that you are registered. And here I am already signing up with my email address and with my password. And of course, my password is not correct. So this one should be the correct one. And you can also, if you have a struggle with finding your password, because I know that now we are living in the digital age and a lot of passwords are around, then you have also the possibility to click on request new password. And you don't need to actually contact us via contact form if you want to do so, but you can do it by yourself. And here we have different sections. This will be your navigation bar. And here are, for example, the voices and views that I was speaking about regarding the articles. So here you can read about a lesson learned published by our editorial. And if you want to get featured in any of Capacity for Dev articles, then there is an article for you where you can actually read more about how to get featured on Capacity for Dev. For some reason, yes, now it works. Here we have a new infographic which will explain to how to get featured. And also next month we are planning to have a webinar with our special guest, which is the communication officer from Capacity for Dev, who will also explain to you more about how editorial behind the Capacity for Dev and behind the scene is working. So I will then also send you the invitations regarding the next webinars. However, today we are going to cover the basics. So I'm now clicking on topics, which is also my favorite tool. Here you can search for any content related to your specific interest. So, for example, we had, if I remember well, someone from the networking session who is interested in the water. So I just simply click on water, and here I can see that there are 13 groups published on water and sanitations, 7 projects, and 1,218 experts. And which is great is that you can click on each of these boxes. Like for example, now I'm clicking on the groups, and it will give me all the groups which are affiliated to the water and sanitation. So then you can, for example, subscribe to some of them that you are interested in, and you can get notifications about them to your email. Which I will also show you later, because this is serving as kind of our newsletter, which you can customize it yourself. Now I clicked on the groups as such, and now we can see that there are the most popular groups here in this banner, and other groups being mentioning here. As I said before, groups are actually the ones where you can collaborate and interact with other groups, with other members who will subscribe. And for example, now I went to the SPEN group, and for some reason I was locked out. So let me log in again. This never happened to me before, but...
Maria, while you're logging in, could you tell us how a group is formed? Okay.
Yes, sure. I just wanted to actually go into the group to show you more where you can navigate yourself towards the content of itself. So, yes, so now I'm logged in and I'm going to the groups, And let's, for example, go for digitalization for development, which has 124 members and 164 comments. And here we are. So here you can see that this group is actually public. And here you can also see the indication of the group, which is different from the project or program. And as I can also invite members inside the group that I am part of because I already subscribed to this group in the past. So if, for example, I know someone who is interested in digitalization as such, I can invite people into the group, and I can also enable or disable notification. Also, in my case now, I have here disable. Here you have a homepage which is comprised of the latest activity that what is going on actually inside this platform. You see also recent members who are the group owners or administrators. In terms of group owners and administrators, we are recommending that each group would have at least one European Union official inside, so that this person is kind of don't need to actually check details or anything, but would to keep an eye on the group or project as such, that everything is going right. And this is just the recommendation. You can also find here the statistics of the group. So that there are 43 wiki pages, 6 discussions, members, events, etc. And then you have also the highlight. These are the highlighted items for that the group owner or administrator set, and that as a member you want to be aware of. Then, of course, the wiki. This is actually serving as more information content for you to navigate yourself. So this is actually the menu that you would have on different website. So, for example, here, digitalization for infrastructure, for agriculture, and different kind of pages that you might be interested in. Of course, at the end of each page, you can find to write a new comment, and you can here also navigate yourself towards the next or previous page. After the wiki, we have the library. Library is serving as the database of documents. You can, as a member, you can also upload a document if you want to contribute to the group as such, and have an interactivity with other members who are interested in digitalization for development. Then here is actually where the fun begins. It's discussions, and here you can share some discussions, informations, etc. So when you click on add a new discussion here, you can see that you can write title, what is the purpose of the discussion, if it's debate, question, idea, or information. You can also use some of the basic HTML modifications here, and then set the topics, and also date, language, and other settings, and then publish. If you here take send notification, then members of this group will receive a notification inside their emails. However, this is not instant most of the times, and is actually substitute is actually under the notification of a user, because we want to avoid the spamming of the platform. So that actually, if you become a member, if you want to subscribe to, for example, let's say 20 groups, then every time when somebody would launch new discussion, would actually spam your email. In this case, you can modify your notification as an individual member, and if somebody posing a discussion inside a group that you're subscribing, then you will receive the email with all of the notifications, for example, once per week, once per month, according to your preferences. I will also speak about this a bit later, where you can customize this notification Then after the discussion, you have media. So these are usually pictures, or you can also find videos. However, you cannot upload videos on Capacity for Deaf, but you can embed videos, which means that if you are going to YouTube, there is actually a button to embed. It will give you the HTML code, and you will just copy paste it, for example, in the discussion or here in the media, and it will show to the users the video. Also, events, if the group as such is organizing some event related to, in this case, digitalization for development. And last but not least, you can search for any member inside this group, and you can also try to contact them if if you find them, for example, interesting, or that you want to get in touch with them for example, networking purpose, because you could already also notice how the profile looks like on Capacity for Deaf. Usually here is also missing something about you, which can also help you with the networking and cooperation activities on Capacity for Deaf, because it can give a person more view on what you are doing and who you are. And here you can also set your topics, subtopics, regions, and this will then also be written in the topic. So if you said here that you are interested in water and sanitation, you will be added as expert to the water and sanitation topic that I was mentioning here before. So this is why it's important. After the group, we have project, which I said that it's a kind of external website, and this is serving as a public website. So if you are clicking, for example, here on the hub and spokes, you see that now here when I'm logged in, I don't have a lot of things which I would be able to do. We also don't have the discussion, and I can just disable or enable the notification for this. I can also recommend it. This will also give visibility to the group or project if you recommend them. So if some of your colleague or your organization is establishing a group or project, I recommend to recommend them, because then it can give them more visibility. There is also other informations published in the sidebar. Also, again, the statistics. However, it's really working as an external website. So when I'm logging, I cannot really interact, except I can write comments to each page, what I think about it, or I can interact only in this case, but not other. What is also great about the project, if some of you are thinking to become a new group or project owner administrator, is that in case of project, you can customize this bar. So for example, this Flaticon can be renamed, instead of library, it can be renamed lesson learned, for example. So this is the advantage, and it's a bit more playful when it's coming to the content management. However, there is less interactiveness. The next one is the resources. As I said, that we are trying to be the place for all the methodological resources. This is kind of the hint what we have now, and there you can find the different information regarding, for example, Team Europe initiative, or results and indicators for development, tools and methods series, etc. So you can click on it, and you will find more information regarding different, um, for example, about democracy, different topics. Then we also have another section, which is events. Here you can find all of the events of being from the platform. So if you, for example, want to take part in, I'm also publishing here the Capacity for Deaf webinars, and also other people are publishing other events. However, now for this month, we don't have any foreseen. And then you can also here search through the over 30,000 members, and you can also try to see if some of the person is interesting for networking. And here is about us. So if you're interested more in official statement, what group is or project, you can navigate here regarding the different taxonomies, what means what. So this is in about us. And now I would like to move to the profile setting, which I was mentioning many times, and it's in this navigation bar. So here above the European Union bar, I have hello Marisa Metsnikova. In this case, there will be your name. And here you can view your profile. Here you can see that I don't have anything really written inside my profile yet. Then settings, my content. So if I'm publishing something, or I am publishing content or comments, and also I can log out. Here also you will have my groups and projects if you're a part of some, and you can easily navigate to them to have a quick update. But now I want to go quickly to the settings. And here you also see that if I'm clicking on the view, I see my profile, how it looks to the public, but I can also edit it. So if I'm clicking on edit, I see that there is my email address. If I'm logging via EU login page, then I will not be able to actually change my email address, and this needs to be then merged. So if you, for example, move from one organization to another, and you still want to have your capacity for dev account, then you should reach out to us to support mailbox, and we will merge your account with the previous one to the new one. I also cannot here change my name, but I can change my job title. So let's say that I am the community manager. I am working at MKS, private sector, your country. You can also use your LinkedIn profile, which can then also foster further networking tool, and your username, which you also cannot change. However, you can write here something about you. So, so I will just write quickly something for an example, and then you can also choose some of your expertise and topic of your interest. So, for example, I'm interested in aid effectiveness, children and youth, and culture. Also, you can choose number of unlimited number of subtopics, but the maximum of topics is 3. Then also your interests, etc. And then when you click save, you will see how your profile actually looks like. If I'm going to the settings, we will see how we can get the notifications. Here I am again getting the result, my topics and regions. So these are actually the main topics that I'm interested in, and I will get notifications about. I am also here. You can see my first topic was children and youth, the second culture, and the third aid effectiveness. And I can choose, for example, in children and youth, I want to get the immediate notifications, for culture monthly, and for aid effectiveness daily or never. Also your group. So here you will have the list of all your groups, and you can choose how frequent the notifications should be. Then also, if you follow something, you will also be able to manage your preferences here. And then when you click save, the capacity for dev platform will automatically send you the notifications according to your preferences here. So thank you so much. It was really nice to meeting you all, and I hope to see you again, either virtually, physically, or on support mailbox. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.